I yelled at my boyfriend that he needed to get rid of his ferret or actually take care of it. My boyfriend Jake bought a ferret on impulse last year without doing any research. I thought it would be cute at first, but then I realized he had no idea what he was doing. The first red flag was the smell. Jake barely cleaned the cage, maybe once every 2 weeks, and it reeked so bad that flies started living in there. I'm talking about a smell that hit you the second you walked in our apartment. I had to look up ferret care guides online and basically beg him to clean it more often. We tried making the cage bigger by connecting 2 cages together, thinking that would help, but turns out ferrets can squeeze through anything, and this little guy kept escaping. Jake just shrugged and said, "Guess he can roam around the house then." That's when the real nightmare started. I found ferret care forums that explained how to train them to use potty pads, and Jake said he'd totally do it. But after 5 months of stepping in piles of poop and piss every single day, I realized he was never going to follow through. I'd wake up and step in a warm pile of ferret crap on my way to the bathroom. I found dried poop under our bed that had been there for weeks because Jake kept saying he'd clean it later. The ferret was also chewing up everything I owned: my phone charger, my favorite sweater, even my work shoes. When we moved to our new apartment 3 weeks ago, I put my foot down. The new place has white carpets, and I told Jake the ferret had to stay in the cage. We even wrapped the cage in chicken wire to make sure it couldn't escape, but Jake kept letting it out when I wasn't home. I'd come back from work to find little brown turds scattered across the living room, carpet, and wet spots that reeked of ferret piss. The thing had already ripped up 2 corners of the bedroom carpet, leaving these gross, frayed edges. Yesterday morning, I stepped in fresh ferret poop in our kitchen while making coffee. I was so mad I could barely see straight. When I went to check the cage, I found Jake's clothes inside it, completely soaked in pee and covered in droppings. I confronted him when he got home from work. I said, "Jake, you need to either start actually taking care of this ferret or find it a new home. I'm done living in a house that smells like a zoo." He completely lost it on me, started screaming about how I was trying to control his life and that I never supported anything he cared about. He said the ferret was his pet and I had no right to make him get rid of it. I yelled back, "Your pet has destroyed our security deposit and I can't even walk barefoot in my own home without stepping in crap." Jake stormed out and went to his friend's house. He's been ignoring my calls for 2 days now, and the ferret is still running around destroying everything. I'm starting to think I need to choose between my boyfriend and having a clean place to live.